Don't forget the doc. Several network participants recently called into Dr. Rick Wright's Old School Sundays radio show. Check this out.
Stand by. Hey, Danielle, how you doing, darling?
I am doing wonderful. How are you today?
So you try to get into Jones Beach in New York City, and the place is packed, huh?
Packed. As we were talking before, I cannot believe that it's so. It's Memorial Day weekend, but I've never experienced that before. That there's so many people out there going to the beach that they shut down the beach.
They shut down the beach in New York City's Jones Beach, huh?
Yep, parking was full.
Oh.
So, but it is a beautiful day, and it's a perfect day to be on the beach with some, hanging out with people and enjoying others' company and, being around the water and just having a good time.
Well, Danielle, it's Memorial Day and Memorial Day weekend, so how can I get rich? No, how can my lovely radio audience get rich? You got all the answers. So what's your words of inspiration on Sunday, May 30th?
First of all, I wanted to say it is so good to be back on air with you and the Power 106.9 family listeners. I know I've been on a hiatus due to my crazy schedule, but I am definitely back, and again, it feels good. So I wanted to let the listeners know that I had an opportunity to have a great discussion with someone by the name of Jean McDonald, because I started an internet radio show specifically for small business owners to provide them with information. And one of the topics that we discussed was financial planning for the small business owner. And there were two critical components of financial planning that a small business owner needs to definitely consider. And that's managing risk and wealth accumulation. So how do you manage risk? Pretty much you do that through insurance, and that is on a personal level and a professional level. So some examples of utilizing insurance on a personal level is life insurance, disability insurance, property and casualty insurance. And from a business perspective, a small business owner may need to take out key person insurance if they are really an integral part of their business running, and business was shut down if they're not available. Professional liability insurance and property and casualty insurance. So those are some of the things that the small business owner needs to consider. Now, in regards to wealth accumulation, which is the second critical component, these things that I'm going to say are very foundational. They're the building blocks to taking that second level in wealth accumulation. But that's paying yourself first, which is very, very hard, especially when you're just starting a business, because whatever money that profits you're making, we tend to reinvest right back into the business. But you have to pay yourself first. In addition to that, you have to have an emergency fund, because in this environment that we're in, you can have a major client and they can't utilize you anymore, and that significantly reduces your profits. So therefore, you need to have a cushion. And lastly, you need to consider retirement, which is oftentimes something else that small business owners do not consider. They do not set up a structured, maybe like a 401k plan or something like that to make sure that they have adequate capital when they do decide to retire or maybe sell their business. So again, those are the foundations of wealth accumulation. Obviously, there's other components to wealth accumulation, but the last important thing that the small business owner needs to know is that they need to have a financial planner as part of their team to help their business grow. So if they don't, I'm asking them to please consider having a financial planner as one of the people that they have a key relationship with to help them grow their business.
Okay, pay yourself first. And how can we find you, Danielle, down in Big Bad New York City?
Well, they can find me at my website is www.inspire2vision.com, and that's INSPIRE2TO vision, all one word, .com. And if they want great information in regards to small business topics, by all means, they could tune in to Internet Radio via Harlem Talk Radio on Mondays at 6:30 p.m.
Okay, Danielle, thanks for everything. Thanks for checking in with us here at Power 106.9, and you're my financial in resident expert. Love you. Have a great Memorial Day, all right?
You too, and I'll speak to you soon.
Okay, Danielle Douglas checking in from New York City. Tries to get to all the Syracuse University alums throughout the world. Checking out Dr. Rick Wright, Power 106.9, Old School Sunday. On a big bad Sunday afternoon, Dr. Rick Wright live and well in Syracuse here at Power 106.9 Radio. Do it.
The network reminds you that you too may call in to Dr. Rick Wright on Sundays between 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check in with the doc at area code 315-428-1069. Don't forget the doc.